I received a few emails, like within the last few months, asking about alters sabotaging relationships and why they would do that if they're there to help. This is a very tricky topic, very tricky explanation. There's a few reasons why alters do that. Um, Sometimes primarily it's because they see that new person that they don't know come into your life. Um, and I know a lot of you are going to say, "Well, I know this person, this romantic interest in my life. Why don't my alters?" They may not be watching all the time. They may not be aware all the time. Um, Especially if you are out of the abusive situation, they may not come forth and watch all the time. So this new person really is brand new to them, and they may view this person as a threat to you. They may not understand this person. Something about them may be a trigger, where they don't really see them as anyone except an abuser. Not saying that's right or wrong. It's just something that happens to them. You said a couple of good things yesterday.
Um, I mean, they may be trying to run them off to protect you, because they may be seeing you repeat patterns, damaging patterns, and so they may be once again trying to protect you by trying to run off somebody who either has been known to be an abuser, or they perceive as an abuser. That's what you just said. But it could just be that they're just doing their job, seeing you repeat the same destructive patterns that you have before.
So their whole mentality is centered around protection of you. Basically, that's all they know. That's all they understand. That's the only world that they have ever. That's what they were born into, and it's so hard for them to break that to break that role when the only thing that you were born to do is to take the brunt of abuse and just bad situations. It's very hard to break that role. But they're just as scared as you are. This whole new world is completely different than what they're used to. So be patient, communicate with them, make sure that you communicate with them. It's so vital that you communicate with them, especially if you're trying to work on cooperation, and even if you're trying to work on cooperation in the hopes of integrating. Communication is so vital. It's and it's such key to progress. They need to understand where you're coming from, and you need to understand where they're coming from. And hopefully, through that communication, they can understand that, yes, you do want this person in your life. And then they can explain why they don't. And then perhaps the two of you can come to a compromise. And perhaps that alter can do something else when that new person is around, when that romantic interest is around. So just be patient with them. They're not trying to be horrible people. They're just confused and they're scared.